things. I've been walking a long way. You never know who's going to show up, but in each and every community, we've been shocked by the numbers. And Congressman Dave Garlay is really shocked as well. As you see, for the first time in a decade, it seems like he runs by his hand. He's not handling it well. He's not used to actually having the campaign. You can tell he's a little rusty. He's come out swinging hard, saying that I'm a socialist who will destroy the world, and my fidelity is to the AOC, etc. But here's the issue he's got. You know me. All across this community, you know me. And Democrats and Republicans and none of the above know me. And when you don't do work for a decade and you're driving the Titanic and it's already hit the iceberg, it's too late. The iceberg is hit, and Congressman Desjardins is in deep trouble. He's never met an opponent who would be willing to travel as far, walk as far. As you know, we're going 196 miles across Tennessee. I'm in my 40s now in mileage. I got about 150 to go, and he's final, 16, 17 days, 16 days before the election. And the momentum is just growing. It's like a raisin in the sun, and it's exploding. We had 45 people in Hale, Tennessee, where we started. Did anyone even know there was 45 people in Hale, Tennessee?
Yeah.
We were in Columbia yesterday. We had a huge crowd, and we were in downtown. And I can understand Congressman Desjardins' fear. He didn't think he'd have a competition. But we're going to win this election. We're going to win this election. You can feel it in your bones. I told you all when I came in this hot summer sun in June, when we were with Robin Kimbrough and Company Chase, that you might not know it now, but you know it soon. You're looking at your next congressman, and what you're seeing now is the fulfillment of that. Everywhere we go, I'm not walking alone. I'm walking with folks who are ready for change, who are ready for big things to happen. Folks who are not driven first and foremost by party loyalty. I got folks who are conservatives, liberals, libertarians, socialists, MAGA folks. I got them all. Because my final loyalty at the end of the day is not to a party or a politician, but to you and your families. I'm a Tennessean, a lifelong Tennessean. But as I campaigned in 2018. I lost the primary and did my best to support the nomination. Did a great job. But really, the past few years, I've rediscovered what it meant to be a Tennessean. I've remembered to remember. I've walked again and again across these communities and met folks that I never met before, and I've rediscovered in my heart and in my soul what this state stands for, what the possibilities are for ourselves and our children. And it's nice. It's a moment of deep reflection of gratitude as I go past one last time and see the people that I met along the way. People who saw me at the very beginning of this cycle. Not a lot of people don't know this, but when I first ran for office in 2018, I had to get 25 signatures in about 12 hours. And so I stood in a parking lot begging for people to give me a chance in Murfreesboro to run for office. And now here, short time later, we are on the precipice of a major victory. On November 3rd, all across Tennessee, we'll gather. We'll gather in our communities. We'll gather in those courthouses that I know them by heart. I can draw them. I know everything about them. I know the statues around them. I know the stories they contain, the scars they contain. Every courthouse in the 4th Congressional District contains what it means to be a Tennessean, the good and the bad. The joys and the hopes, but the sufferings and the pains of what it means to be a Tennessean. And I think on November 3rd, all of us who've been fighting so hard in the trenches these past few years to reclaim some of that, what it means to be a Tennessean, we're going to gather at those courthouses. We're going to gather at those city squares. We're going to breathe a sigh of relief, but we're going to rejoice. Rejoice and be glad, as Scripture says, because what we have done will pay off. We're going to reclaim this state for ourselves and our posterity, for our children, for our future. We're going to reclaim this country. The feeling you have in your bones, the things that you're seeing with your eyes is not fooling you, folks. The data, I'm a man of data. I'm staffed by nerds who love data and they're geeks. Mark knows them well. Ian knows them well.
Yeah.
The data geeks show us that what we're seeing with our eyes isn't fooling us. We're winning this election. We're winning this election. So I hope that your excitement will move you into action. And it's not too late to help out this campaign. All of you have been a part of this campaign, either by event, volunteering, donating, and the rest. There's 3 things that you can do in these final days here in Marshall County and in Middle Tennessee to help me out. Number 1, you can give. You can donate. I know some of you have given generous amounts and small amounts and all you can. We still need more resources. And the good thing that you should know is that this campaign is the only campaign in this state who can say, and the only, as of the third quarter, the only campaign in the country, congressional campaign in the country that says that we have a donation from every state in this state. All 50 states have invested right here in Lewisburg. And it should excite you. The entire country is investing in this campaign because they know we can win. But are you investing in this campaign? If you have invested, will you do it one more time here at the 40 Gold? The average contribution, we've had about 6,000. The average contribution is $32.11. So I'm asking today, will someone commit, at least one person commit that they would give this donation campaign one last time before election? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Second thing is, I need you to take my side. And these signs, I want to explain to them, there's the data geeks over there, making fun of my staff. A lot of data geeks say the signs don't vote. And here's what they're wrong about. We know in rural Tennessee, particularly, where Democrats have been bludgeoned and beat and put down for a long time, a lot of people don't even know Democrats exist. Okay, they don't know Democrats exist as an option. In Spring Hill, you know where Spring Hill is, not far from here, up in Murray County. There's a guy named Jeremy who's 43 years old, and he works at a GM plant up there. And this summer, he saw one of those Hale signs. He loved it. He Googled it, he found out who I am, he saw my value, he saw what I stood for, and decided he was going to vote for me. And then he went to church about 3 weeks later in Columbia, where he lives, and he found out the worst news he found out all summer. I'm a Democrat.
Yep.
But Jeremy, for the first time in 43 years, asked himself, who is my congressman? Jeremy, pro-life Jeremy. Proud Christian man, proud family man, Jeremy. Found out who his congressman. For the first time in his life, he Googled Scott Desjardins. What happened when pro-life, pro-family, proud Christian man, Jeremy, Googled Scott Desjardins? He found that Scott Desjardins did not stand with him. Lifelong Republican, Jeremy is voting for Chris Hale for the United States.
Good buddy.
Amen. Because he saw the sign. What the sign does is it gives me an entryway to people who normally aren't with us. Honestly, the number one recipient of that sign is Republican men and Republican women. They find it humorous, and they're shocked that Democrats are in town. These signs are our biggest tool of missionary conversion. So we have thousands of signs. Mark's passed out thousands of signs himself. Andy as well. We have thousands of signs, but we need to put more out. And at this point in the campaign, you put them in your residence, but if you know a corner, we ask for forgiveness, not permission at this point in time. If you know a corner where we can put these signs, we need them. Well, we also have 4x3s, but
I need some of those.
if you can get them in the ground, we'll give them to you right now. And we also have a 4x8. I think we have 1 or 2 with us. You know what those are? Those are the biggest signs in human history. So, will someone right now say, yes, we will take signs. We will put these in the community. We'll put them in Chapel Hill and Lewisburg and Petersburg and all throughout the community. Okay, thank you. And final thing. I would like you to volunteer. If you're uncomfortable volunteering the traditional way, which is through texting and phone call, we have a really good system. A lot of you all know Christina. She's my volunteer director. She's amazing. Young woman. She'll be a leader in this party in this state for the years to come. But one final thing you can do, if you don't want to do that, and I hope some of you do that, I need Republicans. I need non-Democrats. You live in Marshall County, Tennessee. You know more Republicans than Democrats. It's just the basis of osmosis and geography. All of us know more Republicans than Democrats. They ain't going to vote for the entire Democratic ticket. I love Joe Biden. I'm voting for Joe Biden. I love Mark Rita. I'm voting for Mark Rita. I'm voting for up and down. They might vote for 1 or 2 of us. Does it make sense? Today, in the flesh, I'm telling you, I'm a Democrat. Republicans should vote for. And let me make it very clear. I sent out the biggest mailer in history for Democrats and Republicans. I sent out 100,000 mailers to Republicans. Every Republican knows my name is at this point. And I made it clear in that mailer when I'm making it clear to you. I'm the best choice for Republicans. I am the best choice for Republicans. The vast majority of Republicans are good people, patriotic people who love their family, love their country, show up to their communities. Their congressman does not. He hasn't been there, and he hasn't been in a town hall in 7 years. But this is the biggest point that you can sell to them. If you do not like me, in 2 years, you can kick me to the curb. I am a Democrat in rural Tennessee. This district is about 25 to 30 points more Republican than Democrat. Lord knows, if they don't like me, they can beat me easily. I'm not asking for peace and kingdom. I'm asking for 2 years. And we know the folks. Rick Tillis, I guess, has lost that seat, but there's plenty of Republicans in this area who want to be congressmen. Okay? All across the state. In Murray County, Andy Ogles, if you know him, he is dying to get out of Murray County and become senator, congressman, or governor. Okay, so tell your Republican friends they can vote for him in 2022. They don't like Scott DesJarlais. 1 in 3 Republicans go to the polls every August and tell Scott DesJarlais to go take a hike. So they hold their nose and vote for him. The best way to get a better Republican in there is to vote for Chris Hale. They get ready to convince them. The reality is it's going to take every one of you taking a few votes, and we're going to win this election. So, folks, I'm excited to be here. We're going to do a little walk across town. Angie and company, y'all know how to make some noise. Murray County knows who us, Marshall County knows who us are. Like the people in South Central Middle Tennessee know Democratic Party because we make noise.
Yes.
And so I'm honored to be here. I'm humbly asking for your support. We saw you raise your hands, and we will fulfill those. Brandon's got cash. He's got a card reader. We're going to take checks, Christopher Hale for Tennessee. We have signs, but I think at this point we'll go ahead and start walking.